Hi, I'm Blake Moore.
Hi, I'm Scott Moore, and today we're talking more sports.
So today we have a list compiled that we both made. We each have our own top 5 MVP candidates that we're going to discuss. So you go ahead and give your list first.
Okay, so my 5, coming in at number 5 for me is Nikola Jokic in the MVP race. Number 4, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 3, LeBron James. 2, Steph Curry, and the MVP I would give it to, if it was ending today, is Kevin Durant.
Wow, ours aren't the same at all.
Really?
I mean, well, I guess they are a little bit, but my number 5 is LeBron, and my number 4 is Demar Derozan. Number 3, Nikola Jokic. Number 2, Joel Embiid, and number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Wow.
I did not have Kevin Durant or Steph Curry. Steph Curry.
I am shocked that you don't. What?
Well, first of all, Kevin Durant's injured. We have no idea how long he's going to be out.
Yeah, but I mean, if the injuries weren't a deal, say he still meets the qualifications, I would still give it to him. Then I'm giving it to Steph Curry.
But Steph has played terrible half the season. Like, the
Look
first
at
half.
I have his numbers right here to prove you wrong. So first of all, he's averaging 26.3 points per game, which is 6th best in the league. He's getting 5.3 rebounds, one of the best among guards, 6.2 assists, 1.5 steals, and 0.5 blocks. No one expects him to do any blocking. He's got shooting 42% from the field, 38% from 3, and he is averaging 3.3 turnovers. But when he plays, they are 32-10.
Okay, but
which is great. And they're the second best team in the NBA.
But what is their record overall?
34-13.
They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. And if you look at Steph Curry's stats post when he actually set the record, they have
another reason he should be the MVP is he just set the all-time three-point record.
See, in my opinion, if you look at their record with Draymond Green and without Draymond Green, it's completely different, which makes me feel like Steph isn't even the most important player.
Steph Curry is the system on that team.
He's the system, but without Draymond, all of his numbers are down, and I'm pretty sure the team is like 50%. In fact, I'm going to look it up. So they're 6-7 in the games that he's been out. So they're sub 500 team.
Yeah. No, I'm not taking anything away from Draymond Green. He's an integral part of their team. But I think one of the reasons it's been off a little bit too is Klay Thompson has come back and they're trying to integrate him again. Granted, Steph Curry has had some shooting slumps, but
the worst of his career.
But he broke the three-point record. They're the second best team, not only in the West, but in the NBA.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if wins really matter in the MVP discussion.
They do, a little. But I don't know.
Then
how do you
not give it to him?
I don't get how you have him and not DeMar DeRozan.
So DeMar DeRozan was my honorable mention. He finished 6th for me.
Okay.
Because I was recognizing him. But here's why DeRozan did not win out. So he's averaging 26 points per game compared to Steph Curry's. No, he's 7th. He's averaging less rebounds at 5, less assists at 4.8, less steals, less blocks. His field goal percentage is better, but not his three-point percentage.
Well, obviously.
And then they're 27-14 when he plays.
Yeah.
So Curry has the better record in everything except for field goals and turnovers.
But you look at where the Bulls were last year, and then they added Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, but the biggest piece, DeMar DeRozan, now they're like tied for first in the East.
DeMar DeRozan is great. I'm not taking anything away from him.
I just think he's been more consistent. Steph Curry had a better first third of the season. Second third, not been so good. And the other one I wanted to talk about was Joel Embiid. I don't know how you don't have him on here.
I didn't even consider him because
So they're 27-19. Yeah, they're 6th in the East, but they're only what is it? 2.5 games out of first place. So yeah, they're 6th, but they could easily shoot up to 1st.
Okay, fair point.
And he's the only All-Star on the team. Ben Simmons doesn't play in the NBA anymore.
Who?
Exactly. So they're 27-19, and let's go to his stats real quick. 28.7 points, if I'm reading that correctly.
Yeah, you are.
So 3rd in the NBA in points. 10.7 rebounds, and how many blocks? 1.4. I just think he should definitely be in the conversation.
See, to me, if we're going to give a big man the MVP, I'm going to give it to Jokic.
But
over Embiid.
But I mean, I don't like to say voter fatigue, but I don't think Jokic is playing better than he was last year.
But he is playing better than Joel Embiid. Let's look at his stats.
No, his points?
His points are less. He's getting 25.9 as opposed to Joel's 28. But he's getting 13.9 rebounds, which are better. 7.5 assists, which is 9th in the league, mind you.
Yeah, he's a
Jokic is the only player in the top 10 in those 3 categories.
Yeah.
Only player in the NBA.
Yeah.
He's getting 1.4 steals, 0.8 blocks. He's shooting 57.2% from the field and 37% from 3.
If you think about his defense compared to Embiid's, it's not even comparable. Jokic is a slightly better offense.
Way better.
Less
offense.
Points, more rebounds, more assists.
Way more assists.
Yes, but
he can do everything. I've always hated Jokic, the chubby point guard.
I have Jokic 3rd on my list, so I'm saying he's right there. Embiid, I just think has a slight edge. If you look at their records, 27-19 for the Sixers and 24-21 for the Nuggets.
When Jokic plays, they're 22-17.
So still 76ers are better.
Slightly better on the win record.
I just think, especially with all the chaos in the 76ers organization.
There's been chaos in the Nuggets organization too. Not like the Sixers.
No, not comparatively.
But they have been plagued with injuries and COVID. And if they had Jamal Murray, they would be dominating right now.
Okay, and next, moving on from that, because we'll just agree to disagree.
Jokic is the best big man in the NBA.
No, LeBron.
Okay. All right. Won't argue that.
I have Giannis number 1 in the MVP conversation.
See, I had him 4th.
I think people just take him for granted. Because he's...
I didn't take him for granted. I had him 4th.
I know, but he's number 1 in the Defensive Player of the Year rankings right now.
Yeah, and I'm not going to argue he doesn't deserve it.
So if he's the best defensive player and he does the most on defense and his stats across the board plus his record I feel like he should win MVP again.
But their record isn't as great as you're saying.
But the reason is because they have been, when the big 3 play.
Yeah.
I think they've only lost 4 games.
Okay, well then you got to give that same to when Steph Curry and Draymond Green play together.
Well, yeah.
They dominate.
But Giannis' stats are better than Steph's. Go to the stats. Better in points, better in rebounds. Is he better in assists? Oh, the same assists.
Yeah.
Better in blocks, obviously. Little less in steals. Better field goal percentage.
Well, obviously, because he takes a bunch of 2s.
Yeah.
As James Harden put it, he just runs in and dunks the ball.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that doesn't take
I
skill.
think the fact that Brook Lopez has been out the whole year and Giannis has had to play center.
Yeah,
I think that's...
you got a 6'11" guy having to play center.
No, but he had to fill in and play a different role. I just think Giannis deserves to be number 1 so far.
Okay, so I will explain why Giannis is 4th. Because Giannis, I love Giannis. I don't have voter fatigue. I think he's currently the greatest player in the NBA right now.
Yeah,
I
second that.
Yeah, their record when he plays is 25-14. I don't know what the record is with the other All-Stars, But it's 25 and 14, which is
it's good.
It's
but
good,
yeah.
but it's not great. He is third in the league in points. He's sixth in rebounds, and he gets 6 assists a game, which isn't top 10, but it's still really great.
It's the same as Steph, and for a 6'11" guy, I think that's pretty impressive. He's no Jokic in assists, but
he is 9th in the NBA in blocks per game too. I will add that.
Exactly.
This is where I knock him a little bit. He's 6th in the league in turnovers.
But what is
he's
Steph?
Getting 3.5. Steph's 3.3, but he didn't even finish top 10.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot more people getting 3.4 and 3.5 turnovers a game.
Yeah, true.
So, anyway, Giannis finished 4th to me because I think this is the next player I think we should talk about. But to me, Giannis finishes 4th because I feel like LeBron deserves it more than him because LeBron is doing slightly more.
Yeah, but so obviously LeBron,
and it's more impressive.
LeBron's the only player on the Lakers that does anything basically.
This is because we talk about how Steph, Draymond Green's been injured.
Yeah.
Giannis, he's had guys injured. LeBron, Anthony Davis has been injured, but even when Anthony Davis is there, hadn't been doing anything.
Yeah,
and everyone else it's garbage.
Yeah, there's no help. So
I
think if they didn't have him. Yeah, the record sucks, but they'd probably be...
They would be the worst team in the league. They would be the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, they would have won maybe 10 games at this point. So
that's being generous.
Yeah.
See, now going to LeBron James. As you can see, I'm wearing the LeBron jersey. So he's 2nd in the league in points per game. Could finish
first,
getting the scoring title.
Probably.
Which would make him the oldest to ever get it. 2 years older than Michael Jordan, who is currently the oldest player to get it. Steph Curry is 2nd, by the way.
Oh, wow.
All time. Yeah, he got it last year. Circling back to LeBron. LeBron is 2nd in the league in points per game. Could finish 1st, which would make him the oldest ever. He's getting 7.6 rebounds, 6.4 assists, 1.6 steals, which is 10th in the league. 1.1 blocks per game, which is the best he's ever averaged in his career.
Ties for his best, right?
Oh, is it tied now?
Because I think it was 1.2. And
now it's 1.
Yeah, tied for
his best. Tied for his best all time. He's shooting 51.7% from the field, 36.2% from 3, and he's only getting 3.2 turnovers, which is the least amount of all my MVP candidates.
See, I think if the Lakers can somehow get to like the 5th or 4th seed, somehow some miracle happens, then I think LeBron deserves it over everyone.
Yes. Oh, I would agree. That's why I have LeBron finishing 3rd because his record is 18 and 16 when he plays.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they can somehow get to like 10 games above 500 or even like 7 games.
See, I think if they were 10 games above 500, I don't think they would be top 4.
Well, they'd be 5th. They'd be like 5th. Right behind the
Jazz. If they could get home court advantage, if they finish 4th place, I say you give the MVP to LeBron James.
I think maybe even 5th, depending on how the others shake out throughout the rest of the season. Because if the Lakers are doing that good, maybe the Warriors did, maybe Kevin Durant doesn't come back for longer than expected. Maybe, who knows? But
So I want to talk about Kevin Durant, who I can't believe you didn't include.
I just told you the only reason why.
But you don't have him even finishing top 5?
No, because I think he's just injured too long. Okay. If he wasn't, I would probably have him 2nd.
I'll take that. But you just talked about how we taken guys for granted. Let's talk about how we take Kevin Durant for granted, all right? Right now, he's getting 29.3 points per game, which is 1st in the league. If he finishes with the scoring title, he will have 5 scoring titles all time, which will place him 3rd.
Behind Jordan and Wilt, right?
Yeah. Michael Jordan, who finished with 10, and Wilt Chamberlain, who had 7.
Yeah.
Which would be phenomenal.
That would.
He would also be I think he would be older than Steph Curry, which would make him 2nd all time in oldest players to get it. He's 33 now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
he's older than Steph.
That would be impressive.
So he'd be the 2nd oldest guy to ever get it. He's getting 7.4 rebounds, 5.8 assists, His defense has dipped a little bit. He's getting 0.8 steals and 0.9 blocks. But he's shooting 52% from the field, 37% from three, and he's only getting 3 turnovers a game. They're 24 and 12 when he plays.
And they're 5 and 5 without it.
Yeah. And we want to talk about chaos. Like Joel.
Yeah, true.
The Nets have had the same deal because for some reason James Harden decided to eat his way out of the NBA, out of shape.
He's trying to follow the path of Zion.
Yeah. See, Zion needs to follow his path where you can still be fat but
still
play in the NBA. But Harden has dipped massively. And then Kyrie Irving hadn't played at all until a few weeks ago. And so it was Kevin Durant carrying an old NBA team.
Yeah.
I mean, the Nets aren't as old as the Lakers, but they're basically as old.
Yeah, I think they're the second oldest team, aren't they?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, too. When we talk about all-time greats, Kevin Durant is going to be in that conversation. And it would be a shame if he finished with 1 MVP like Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
because everyone knows Kobe deserved more than 1 MVP.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Kevin Durant deserves more than 1 MVP, but he only has 1.
But at the same time, I feel like Kevin Durant's almost overrated. That's just my opinion. He has done absolutely nothing except with the most stacked team of all time. And
hold up. Nothing. Let's go back to the OKC days. I gotta defend Kevin Durant's honor here. Although I do hate him for what he did going to Golden State. That was cheap and whatever.
What else has he done?
Before that, when he was in Oklahoma City in 2012, they made the finals. He was 23 years old.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal to be 23 and lead an NBA team to the NBA Finals after beating Kobe Bryant and Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah.
All right. Then in 2016, he beats the San Antonio Spurs, who had a 67-win year. It was Tim Duncan's best year ever. 4 Hall of Famers on that team.
And then blows
and they beat it.
Lead.
And they were up 3-1 against the 72-win Warriors, and then they lost it. But let's not forget, they beat. I mean, any other year, that San Antonio team probably is a shoo-in for the finals.
Probably wins, but
And then after, he loses to Giannis in one of the greatest Game 7s ever. If his foot is just a little smaller.
Well, yeah, that's like saying
they win the game. Well, no, I know, but you can't take it away from he hasn't done anything. All right, he just lost. Kevin Durant has unfortunately lost to the greatest player in the NBA twice.
Yeah.
It shifted from LeBron to Giannis, and KD has been a steady number 2 guy.
We'll just have to wait and see what Kevin Durant does. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe that's just me.
Anyways, let us know what you guys think who should be MVP and
if Kevin Durant's overrated. Because let's face it.
He's not. But, okay.
1 MVP, 2 rings. Without a stacked team, what is it then?
I'll kill you!
Well, anyways, there you guys have it. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.